Hi everyone, I'm going to show you an alternate method to factoring when a is not equal to 1. So this is an alternate to the grouping method. My advice, if the grouping method is not clicking for you, I highly suggest trying this other method. If you are absolutely fine with grouping, stick with grouping. But this is another method that some students have found to be a bit more organized and potentially a bit nicer to them. So, box method factoring. We start exactly the same way. So we start with find factors of A times C that give us B. So that is what we're going to do. 4 times 3, that gives us -4. So 4 times 3 is 12. So we have 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Since they are both negative here, the larger gets a negative, and the only pair that adds up to -4 is 2 and -6. Our second step, build a 2x2 box. Now you may be asking yourself, what goes in the box? What's in the box? Well, in the box, first term gets placed first, last term goes last, and then these two guys right here, each factor that we found. So let's build our box. So 4x squared is our first term, so that goes in our first box. -3 is our last term, that goes in our last. And then our pairs. We put 2x, -6x. Step 3. Find the GCF of each row and column. I highly recommend having like a post-it note, so that way you can cover up your rows and columns, and it'll help you take the GCF out. So let's start with the rows. Start with the numbers. What's the biggest number I can divide out of 4 and 2? 2. Both boxes have an X, so an X is going to come out. All right. Second row, -6x and -3. If it leads with a negative, we're taking a negative out. And then the largest number I can divide out of 6 and 3 is 3. So those are our rows. Now for our columns. 4x squared and -6x. Largest number is a 2, and since they both have an X is coming out as well. Last one. Largest number that I can divide out of 2 and -3 is 1. And there you have it. We found the GCF of each row and column. Finally, step 4. Tops go together. Sides go together. So what I mean by that is, your tops are a factor, your sides are a factor. So now we're going to write as factors 2x plus 1, 2x minus 3. And there you go, box method factoring. Now, if we were to add in solving, the solving process is exactly the same. Set each factor equal to 0 and solve for x. All right, since solving doesn't change, I just wanted to focus on the actual factoring portion of it. So there you have it, a new method to factor when a is not equal to 1, the box method.